Karyn Bryant for MMA Heat. I'm here with Josh Barnett. He will be fighting in the Strikeforce Grand Prix on June 18th, taking on Brett Rogers. And Josh, first and foremost, got to get the question out of the way. How you feeling? How's your training going? How's your health going into this fight?
Training's going all right. Healthy as can be, and it's just another day in the park. It's just nice to know that everything's set up and that it's going to happen, and I've got an arena and an opponent.
That's very nice. I mean, truthfully, there have been a lot going into this fight as to where it was going to be. How much did that bother you or affect your, headspace?
I just kept training, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm tired of dealing with that kind of stuff.
Well, and we should say that I think they wanted to do a California fight, right? And then there's just been a lot with you and the.
No, actually, we were going to do. God, where was the original idea? Potentially Ohio. I mean, there was a lot of places, but California wasn't one of them.
Right. All right, but have you been able to clear up all that stuff? Because I guess everybody's still kind of wondering what's going on with that for you. All right, cool.
I mean, I don't have a license in California, and I haven't applied for one. So there you go. When I have to fight in California, I'll take care of it.
All right, very nice. Now, what do you see with Brett Rogers as the most challenging aspect of his game?
His haircut.
Is he doing the mohawk anymore?
I think so, but I think he should go with the fade like the dude from Full Force. With the lines in it and everything, and get the little mustache. Be like, what's that I smell? I smell Yeah, that should be him. Why not?
What if he brought back the old Kid and Play? Right? Just came in with it high. Oh. Just high. How would you love that?
I would, or you could get the angle.
Nice. Speaking of hair, though, you're going in with a beard and you're saying you're going to keep this?
Yeah.
All right.
It's, things change. It's Viking-esque, I guess. It's red and my hair is blonde. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we should say you train here with Erik Paulson and he's Viking-esque as well.
That's right.
So maybe it's a team thing here.
Could be. He's Scandinavian. I'm not, but Germanic. It's close enough. We're barbarians at heart.
Did you see Thor is really the question.
I did see Thor.
What did you think?
The Aussie pulled it off. It was fun. And, of course, at the end of the day, you look and it's directed by Kenneth Branagh. Like, I see some of that influence in the movie. It was fun. And I was not let down, I got to say. Very
nice. I haven't seen that one. But I heard there was a black Viking. We have a Swedish friend who was like, what the hell?
Well, okay. It is the era of multinational everything. Nobody really cares. Like, they have, and almost in a way, it's kind of... I mean, I think Idris Elba is awesome. Yeah. I think he's a great actor, and I think he was great as Heimdall. But it's almost like they force you to have things to be a certain way. It doesn't feel natural.
Right.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I liked watching him. I think he's great on film, and he did a great role as Heimdall. But. Whatever.
Whatever. So Brett Rogers' haircut is potentially dangerous.
Yeah, potentially dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I can't grow a fade like that. No way. The best I could do is maybe a little perm with a visor. Maybe some goggles.
Get a little root perm so we can get a little lift there.
I'll pencil this thing out and go all color me bad with it.
Man, that's the thing I have to say. I do love talking to you because it's all about the music and it's all about a little color me bad. What was that guy's name? Or that, ooh,
I have no idea, but
you know.
Fake George Michael.
Yes,
I don't know who that is. The little tiny round glasses.
Totally. And wasn't he boosting that look from what's his face from New Kids on the Block anyway from AJ? Wasn't he kind of boosting that?
They were all boosting that look from whatever. It was just sort of running rampant with all the bright, solid color stuff. Yeah. All the basics within the polka dots and the yellows, and boy, the 90s had some horrible fashion.
They totally did. We talked when we were at the Strikeforce show down in San Diego. We talked about the fact that you thought the brackets, for once, were favoring you. So let's talk about that a little bit, because if you beat Brett, you're going to be fighting Kharitonov.
Good. Your practice paid off.
I want to say Kharitonov so badly, but it's Kharitonov. And you think that this is a great opportunity for you to advance right through these two guys?
I do, but, neither one of these dudes is slouches, and I think I'm going to see the best of both of them. And I guess I should emphasize another aspect of the brackets favoring me. Whatever bracket you make favors me.
That is a confident man right there.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that, because on the same card, we've got Fabricio.
Sweating my ass
I know.
off,
well, you just worked out hard, I have to say. Yeah. Dang. But you and Fabricio and Alistair are on the same card here. So how do you see that fight going? And is there one of those two guys that you would prefer to fight? I know you're just establishing the fact that you think you can beat everybody, but is there one of those guys that you prefer to fight next? Or in the finals, I'm saying.
I think I would rather fight Overeem, considering with all he's accomplished as of late and his public persona with the way he's perceived as this unstoppable juggernaut.
Well, I mean, he certainly is. If you watch any of the fights, I mean, stay up 3 a.m. or set the DVR and watch what he's been doing in Japan lately, I mean, he's just been smashing people. Just smashing people. Whereas Fabricio, even after beating Fedor, yeah, people were like, oh, he got lucky. I mean, it's almost like they don't really give him as much credit as maybe he deserves.
I definitely think he's a tough fighter, but I would... At the end of the day, I think fighting and beating a guy like Overeem really does more for me than Verdum at this point.
And what did you think when Fedor was taken out in the first round?
I just think he didn't prepare. That's what it comes down to. I mean, he fought a guy that's a big, massive dude, which is always going to be troublesome. And I just don't think he came in, he didn't look very sharp. He did not look like the guy I've seen fight before, and I just don't think he had the right kind of preparation for that.
What do you think about the fact that he's going to be fighting Hendo? And that, you know, at least it's a catch weight. I mean, how do you feel about the fact that, you know, a lot of people say that Fedor would be better served if he were a little lighter?
I would say that I've watched him knock out people 400 pounds before without any issue. I think that he is around 225, 230 is probably at his best when he's lifting and training and going through the camps the way he needs to with the right kind of people pushing him. I think he can beat anybody in the world.
How much does it bum you out that you never got that fight?
A lot. I think that was number 1 and number 2 meeting in the ring. That never happens really. So it was a massive bummer. That was MMA history, and it became history in its own way for the wrong reasons. So, but all fights will come whenever they're available, and as long as I keep fighting, I'm sure I'll run into him and other people, and it might not be the same fight in some people's eyes if we meet up later, but I'll still be as excited and interested in tussling with him as anybody, as I ever was. I think he'd be a great fight. He's a massively awesome fighter.
Was there anything that you changed going into this? I mean, is this usually how you are at your
My
fight
facial
weight?
hair.
You did change your facial hair. But I think you look more, I don't know, more fit, more ripped than the last time, no?
No, I just training hard, getting out there. Maybe the stress of putting on my charity event, maybe that pulled some weight off of me. I'm still well over 250, so wherever I end up, and as long as I feel good, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that you and Brett will come in plus or minus around the same? He's usually right at the top, isn't he?
He's going to cut weight. He's going to walk in the ring bigger than me.
Yeah. Is that an issue at all?
No. I mean, for him, that means if I pick him up and slam him on his head, it's going to hurt more.
That would hurt more.
Yeah.
Do you think people...
Gravity. You know, Isaac Newton, he went over that a while ago.
Yeah, that was the first one. And then the second is what? An object in motion stays in motion?
Right.
Right. Do you think Brett is underestimated in any fashion, though? I mean, people sort of thought, okay, Brett Rogers, who is he? They thought maybe he wasn't ready to take on Fedor, and that proved maybe to be the case. But he beat Andrei Arlovsky very quickly, and when he did, and you know, he actually showed improvement and stuff. And so you know that he's going to be training hard, gunning for you because you are such a big challenge. So
I just think he really thinks he can kick my ass.
Yeah. You think that pre-fight talk is?
I've never heard him say anything, really. I mean, as far as I can tell, neither one of us really have a lot to say other than, to say things about how confident we are in terms of our skills and, we're going to win. But we don't have any real motivation to cut the other guy down. I mean, I hope he can come up with something as funny as my talk about his fade. But that's not really his style, so I'll just live with it. I'll be the funny guy.
What did you think when you had heard that Zuffa had purchased Strikeforce? How do you think that was going to play out for the fighters? Because I know a lot of guys were taken by surprise.
I was like, lucky for them. They just inherited the most interesting man in the world next to the Dos Equis guy.
I was just going to say.
Well, give me until I'm about 65, and I'll take his spot.
Yeah. Do you know that the one where they said that his wallet was made of chupacabra? I think I almost crashed my car because it was right around Cinco de Mayo. His wallet is made of chupacabra skin. And I was like, that's genius. Whoever made that ad campaign is genius. It's good. It's good. Well, Josh, you know what? The media will at least have fun with you fight week. I always have fun with you. I know that you do like to, goof around and stuff, but you're definitely a man of action in the cage. I mean, do you see
Nothing I say here will matter as much as what I do there.
Yeah.
So I just don't bother.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to ask me how am I feeling, how's my preparation. They're all going to get the same answer. relatively speaking. You know, what do I think about this fight? Again, you know, I mean, it's all the same question. Even if you rephrase it, it gets the same response. Till I walk into the ring, nothing matters. Nothing counts. Not even small amounts.
Depeche Mode reference right there.
But it's a competitive world.
But, you know, people are people.
Yes. And we don't get along awfully. We do okay.
No.
But, you know, I like to keep most people on like a master and servant kind of basis.
Oh, really? Do
yeah.
Sort of like a fly on the windscreen there sometimes. That's a blasphemous rumor
so
right there.
Like life.
You got me. I tap.